Pop, 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 pop. You're live. Good. Okay. Today's stream is, I said, that's going to be part of a short series. Okay. Now I've touched base with this in the past. Okay, with the different kind of hauntings and stuff like that. But I wanted to go a little bit more in depth. Okay, on how to deal with different kinds of hauntings. Okay, and to my understanding, okay, there are three different kinds. Okay, you got your residual, you got your intelligent, and then you got your demonic. Okay, and sometimes two of them can actually be combined. Okay, so one location can actually have two different kind of hauntings. Okay, depends on the situation of the location and all that kind of stuff. But anyhow, like I said, today is going to be about residual. Okay, now basically, when I say the word residual, okay, like you've heard the people saying, "Oh, that's the residue left over by something." Okay, well, in the spiritual sense, that's basically what it means. Okay, it's leftover energy. Okay, or if you know about the stone tape theory about memory energy that absorbs into the fabric of a building, of an item, what have you. Okay, and it's basically just a replay of someone's life experiences, whatever. Okay, and unfortunately, when it comes to residual energy, the spirits that are part of that, okay, they're completely oblivious to the living. Okay, they're just reenacting, okay, an event of their life or life experiences. And unfortunately, in some cases, a residual haunting can actually be part of a person's death. That's especially if they die tragically and they're just replaying over, because that's the only thing they can remember is just seconds before their death. So it keeps playing over and over and over again. Okay. Well, in this case, basically, it's just an imprint. Okay. There's no connecting to that spirit person, because it's kind of like playing. Remember those old records, the old 45s and 33s? Okay, and you know how when the record gets scratched and the needle jumps every so often, okay, it skips at a certain place, okay, and well, that's just a replay of the same thing. Okay, so basically it's just a memory. That's it. Okay, yes, there's quite a few different stories based on people have seen spirits and ghosts in different locations. And by the way, I just want to clear one thing up is there is a difference between a spirit person and a ghost. Okay, a ghost basically is just a residual energy. Okay, no interaction, nothing. It's just replaying over and over again. Or a spirit person, okay, that's intelligent. Okay, there's communication there. Okay, and hey, Tinker, and that. So when it comes to the idea of a ghost, basically is just a person replaying an event over and over again, because that's basically either all they can remember or it's something that means so much to them that they're just replaying over and over and over again. And that. Now, if anybody's ever been to a haunted location where you've seen something from a distance, or you've seen an apparition, and it looks like it's going through a wall, and that, or it's or sometimes even the ghost is walking along a floor, but the ghost's feet is below the floor. Okay, well, there's many interpretations as to what's going on there. Okay, it could mean that over time that the floor was either raised or lowered. Okay, and when it comes to whenever you've seen ghosts walk through walls instead of doors and stuff like that. Okay, well, where there was a wall now was once a door then. Okay, so the ghosts don't see the surroundings as we see it in our time. They see they see the surroundings of what they remember in their time. Okay, whatever the time was when they're on the earth plane. Okay, and that little map thing as part of the thumbnail is a perfect example of, like, you see two different floor plans. Okay, one from 1878 and then one from 1978. Okay, the floor plan has changed. Okay, but according to the ghost, and then nothing's changed because all they can see is 1878. So basically, they see a door where in present day there's a wall. Okay, gives you an idea. Okay, and also there's been cases where people have actually seen a ghost or a spirit, and that instead of walking upstairs, they appear to be floating up. Okay, chances are those stairs have either been moved, replaced, or something over time. Okay, and they're not in the same spot. Okay, so the ghost is in their time, and then in their time, the staircase was lower, but in our time, the staircase is higher. Okay, see, they're traveling according to what they remember in their time. Okay, I have a spirit in my home that I can see about the same time. From work, color. That sounds like a strong energy, Tinker. Sounds like a very strong energy in that. In fact, if you've never interacted with him, if you try to interact and he won't respond, then it's just a memory imprint of him coming home from work, walking in the front door, all the stuff that he would normally do when he was alive here on the earth plane. So basically, he's just reacting, or he's doing what he did in life, basically. But to be able to see the apparition in color, that means that he must be very, very strong. Okay, and yes, that you are incredibly gifted, a clairvoyant. Okay, because basically clairvoyant, clairvision. I was seeing him outside by the window walking by. Oh, okay, and that. It'd be kind of interesting to find out if the house that he lived in is in the same location as your house or your building, and that, because it could be like it's a regular thing for him, and that. But is it? Hey, Marilyn, and can you see? That's something else too I found very fascinating. Is like I'll give you an example. Okay. I can't remember where this building was located. It could be UK, it could be in the United States. I can't remember, and that. But there was once a one place where the people went downstairs into the basement, and they actually saw Confederate soldiers walking through the basement. That they come out of the wall, walk through the basement, and out the wall again. Okay, well, in our time, that would look pretty weird. Okay, but in their time, that could be a pathway that once existed in the past, and the Confederate soldiers were walking along that path. But in today's case, and that, because of all the different changes, I live in a mobile park. Okay, so chances are his place could have been close by from where you live, and that, possible. And that, because it's always, you see, Tinker, especially in a mobile home area, especially over the past over the past 70 years, and that there's bound to be changes. There's bound to be different mobile homes moved around or whatever, no changes made. Well, when he was around, chances are there was very little change. But now in your time, there's probably been a lot of changes, and that, or at least changes here and there, what have you. So basically, that is incredibly cool. I love that, and but like I said, and that when it comes to these Confederate soldiers, and that walking through someone's basement, that would seem pretty weird. But going back 200 years or so, and so going back 200 years ago, and that it was probably a path that the Confederate soldiers took in order to get from point A to point B. Go ahead 200 years, you got a basement now. So yeah, that's pretty cool, pretty interesting at the same time. And there's been many other stories of different locations where people have actually seen, people marching or different events taking place in the past. And then, and one other thing too is, now this is definitely what I consider a residual haunt. Okay, and this I know it was in the States, and that was I think it was the States, where someone saw an old man walking through their, I think it was backyard, but he was dressed up as he looked like a farmer. Okay, and the property that this person lived in was relatively new. Wow, I don't know, 50 years or so, and they saw a person walk through. I thought, that is so weird. So they decided to do some research and ended up in the, I think it was 1860s, 1870s, and that there was actually a farmer there, and that he was working his fields and stuff like that. And apparently, because farming was his whole life, and that he would walk around on his farm, just make sure everything was, proper, that nothing was overlooked and stuff like that. Well, in life, he took a lot of pride in his farm, okay? And in death, and then he wasn't allowed, leaving the physical, to stop him from doing his work. So in spirit, this guy is still walking around his field, even though the field is either no longer there, or it's been changed, so that housing development could be built there, or a house could be built there. So you see, the farmer does not see the house or anything else like that. He still sees his field, and he still walks around his field. So see, he sees the field. We see a housing development. Okay, but because it doesn't necessarily mean that his energy is there, like he's actually there in spirit. It's just a memory, because he enjoyed what he did so much as part of his life. Okay, that's another example. Okay, my home is 1979. Okay, so chances are that his house could have been nearby, and when he walks by your house, okay, he's walking in the direction of his place. And that the house that more than likely either has been changed, is no longer there, but in his eyes, it's still there. And now, whether he sees your place or not, it's hard to tell. I'd say he probably could, but he thought, that's kind of weird to put a house there. But chances are the guy's just curious. Nothing wrong with that. And as long as he doesn't start, making a lot of unnecessary noises, but I don't know. It's just spirit people like that I find absolutely fascinating, and that. But yeah, like I said, when it comes to residual energy, residual hauntings, and that, it's sad to say that there's no interaction with them. It's just a memory, and that. But one thing I would say for people that have had hauntings right in their homes, and yeah, yes, it's a residual, it's just an imprint, it's a memory, but they find it disturbing. Best thing to do, and that is to cleanse the house of all energies. Okay, in other words, you either get some sage the entire house, and that will clear any unwanted energy from the house. Okay, and or if you don't know how to do so, inquire to someone that can do it. And jazz is like there's nothing wrong with having a residual haunting as long as it doesn't interfere with your daily life. It doesn't disturb you. But if it does, like I said, cleanse the house and get rid of any get rid of any unwanted energy and saging is usually the quickest way to do it but if there is a spirit person in the house that does not bother you at all, he's just there because he wants to be, or he could be a relative or a friend or someone that's just very curious about your place, but there's nothing negative about him, then it's like having a house guest that you can't see. And that as long as they don't invade in your privacy, okay, because if you have a spirit person in your house and they're what I call a little bit nosy, okay, well, we'll tell you what, that is for the next stream, for intelligent hauntings, and then that's for the next one. So I want to stay with residual, not intelligent. So I'll talk about that next time when it comes to dealing with spirit people that you can interact with. Okay, that's the next one. Today's is just residual, the imprint, a memory energy. That's basically all what today's is about. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Tanker. As long as they don't bother you, hey, they're more than welcome. And yeah, the only way you see, a lot of people think that if there's a residual haunting, residual energy in your home, that means that there's a spirit person there. No, it's just the energy. It's the leftover imprint. And so basically, there's absolutely nothing wrong with cleansing or clearing your house of any of that unwanted energy. Okay, it doesn't necessarily have to be good or bad. If it's a nuisance, get it cleared. Okay, it's almost like taking a can of Lysol, spiritual Lysol, and spraying, and so that it smells physically good. Okay, well in this case, with the sage, you're spraying it, and so that it smells spiritually good, and have good energy. Okay, that's basically, in my opinion, that's basically all it really is. Hey, touch the top. Oh, that's good. I actually, something, Tinker, it kind of sounds like they're doing that just to say, hey, we're here. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, they start invading your privacy. Like, we'll talk about that next time. But yeah, that's cool. I like that. See, you get an invisible friend. And so, anyway, people, my next stream will probably be a week Friday, and hopefully, because I have 2 other streams to do next week on Monday and Wednesday, but like I said, I want to do this as a mini series, and how to cope with different kind of hauntings. Okay, and today's I thought was very interesting because I've kind of experienced that, not here, but I've kind of experienced that in the past, and even when it comes to very famous locations like oh God, I guess possibly Stonehenge and other ancient places. Okay. Oh, pardon me. There's always there's always bound to be some residual energy around. That's basically all it is, just leftover energy. That's all it is. Nothing bad. So anyway, very good students. So now I highly encourage you to check out. There's two groups that I highly encourage you to check out. Okay, on Facebook. Okay, one is SWYPT, the group. Okay, I also do live streams on SWYPT Page. Okay, and also there's another group. It's called Derek Green Psychic Medium. Okay, he does live streams on the weekends. And so if you're not a member of Derek Green Psychic Medium, please check it out, and that you won't be sorry. It's a lot of fun to be part of, and not only that, you also learn a lot, like I have, and also with the SWYPT group as well. You know, there's a lot to be learned, and I've learned a lot, and the people there are, well, they're like family. Okay, they're not just friends; they're family, and just like the people in chat, they're family, and that. And the funny part is that when it comes to the amount of people that we know, and that we're talking global. Okay, we know when we have members from all over the world. So I call that a global community, and that, which I think is absolutely amazing. So what I'll do is I'll put a link in the description below for those two groups as well as the page. Okay, and I strongly encourage you to check out both groups. And there's also White Rose Paranormal, okay? They're a sister group to SWYPT, okay? And these groups are all professional, okay? They take great pride, not in helping spirit, but also helping people. And every time we help out someone, we consider them family. So in our group, there are no strangers, okay? Just close friends and family. And it'll always be that way. So that's the reason why I'm so proud of those groups. That's why I promote them. So anyway, so for tomorrow, I'm not sure what's going on just yet. And it depends if they're still if the UK is still in lockdown or not. And if they are still in lockdown, then they'll be doing a live stream on SWYPT Page. Okay. And Derek does his interaction with people, video call, and all that kind of stuff. It's a lot of fun. But COVID has been, the restrictions have been lifted. Okay, they'll be going out ghost hunting once again, which we all miss. And that's they live stream that way too, and that's a lot of fun. You know, like many people join on. We have a lot of fun. We pick up on different things. I know I picked up on a lot of stuff. Tinker's picked up on a lot of stuff. Tasha has picked up on a ton of stuff. Naked Soul Medium has, you know, like we all contribute, and then it's the contribution that brings us closer together, which I really love. So, and then Derek Green Psychic Medium does his thing on Sunday, okay, which with his readings. So please, I highly encourage you to check that out as well. So anyway, people, a very good student. So thank you once again for joining me on my stream, and for those who will see the stream later and are not, or they don't really know much about this channel, and that, please, I humbly ask you, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, it really helps me out. It lets me know that people are very much interested in spiritual issues, mediumship, the paranormal, and just a general chit chat. You know, stuff I love. And as you can see in the background, and that a new place. We're still unpacking, but yeah, pretty cool, eh? And hopefully sometime that this computer table will be in the bedroom, have a little more privacy in that. But for now, I'm happy. So anyway, yes, take care. Yep, and my love to you and yours as well. Hope everybody's staying safe. Be blessed. So, gotta go. Thank you again for joining me. God bless and stay safe. Okay. Love and light.